The marker trick for CDs. Why does it work? When you color the outer ring of a CD with a marker, the sound is improved. You color it green, actually, and they do sell the green marker that you can color the outer rim of your CD.
Sorry?
I'm not familiar with this.
I've definitely never heard of this before. That definitely seems like something that somebody would post like on Reddit as a troll or something.
Well, this is on a different site, but it is everywhere. You can find this everywhere.
Yeah.
This
No,
is
I'm
a
just
very
saying it
common.
sounds like that. I believe you. Yeah.
Why does this work? What exactly does covering the edge of the disc do that makes the sound change? Is there a name for this? I couldn't search this without a name. When my friend told me about this almost 15 years ago, he said that you use a green marker. I use a black one because it is handy. Does the color of the marker make any difference? By the way, I found out you have to use a thick flat marker so you don't slip and write on the disc. Luckily, I only wrote on the top.
Ah, that's good. Yeah, when it slips, God, you want to hope it slips on the top, you know?
Yes.
Not on the music part.
No, you can't have that. You can't have the
Can't
marker on
have
the
that.
music part.
God, this is unlocking something in my brain. I feel like I've seen someone do this in maybe a video or something.
I feel like now, as you started saying it, I feel like I've just seen a CD that has like green around. Like I've seen that before, but I was never sort of familiar with what it meant or what it was for.
It stops what's called jitter, which is, I guess, like if the CD moves a little bit while it's on, it affects the sound quality of the CD. Now, in a way that no normal person would ever think of or even notice. It's a thing that, like, they probably went up to a guy and said, "Can you believe this jitter on this CD?" And they're like, "Ah, that's what that is." Yeah, I kind of get me a green marker real quick and color, because QWERTY answered and said, "I thought a green pen around the inner and outer edges made a difference. Admittedly, more of a difference in some cases than others. More bottom end, warmer sound, better sound stage. I was able to consistently be able to pick the modified CD in blind comparisons of two identical pressings of a disc."
Testing himself.
No way.
They do that a lot.
Testing himself, like, can you do it? Are you really serious?
Are you a bad enough dude to hear the difference?
Just like so excited when he gets it.
How do you? Yeah. So he goes. He goes. CD and blind comparisons of two identical pressings of a disc, one modifying the other, not demonstrated on an audiophile equipment. Not one comparison, many comparisons of different discs on different equipment setups. One setup used to compare discs at a time, though. If it was a psychological effect, I don't believe that it would be possible to consistently pick the difference.
So
he's really?
he's even like, he's kind of saying like, I know I seriously did. Like, yeah. I know what you guys are thinking, but no, I really did.
This is the thing. I feel like audiophiles I've met are usually very aware of like they read about like, what if I was making it up? And I feel like it's one of the only like cult behavior type things that I've ever seen where it's so often talked about of like, I know that my ears aren't good enough sometimes.
Yes.
So we have to all come together to convince ourselves of some of this.
Yeah, it does feel like most people that are in it do realize how crazy it sounds to people from the outside, and also maybe know that it's going to make 0% of a difference to anybody except for you. And even for you, it's not making any difference. You've just convinced yourself.
You think they have self-doubt? Like, do you think they have real self-doubt? Like, yeah, that's a big part of it. That's really cool, kind of. I kind of like that. That it's like every now and then sort of re-examining, like, am I just fucking is this just sound the exact fucking same? You know? Like, nah, I'm cool.
It's funny because as someone who's really into music, like, you can't help but flirt with this at a certain point in your life. Like in my 20s, I was like, oh, is there like a bunch of stuff I'm missing? And I remember the very first thing that I did was that when James Blake's first album, do you remember James Blake?
Yeah.
I don't know, people don't really talk about him anymore, but like his first album had these huge sub drops, like more than hip hop at the time, like really insane electronic music dance subdrops. And I realized that when I heard them on like really good headphones, and I realized I had not been hearing them like on my Mac computer speakers. And I was like, well, that's not good. I didn't hear half of the fucking song.
That's a problem. Yeah.
So
You need to, yeah.
I definitely started down a rabbit hole of like, well, am I hearing everything? I want to know that I'm hearing everything. But very quickly it becomes like, just buy the normal $100 headphones. You'll hear all the things.
It's hard for me to not fall into this because
really?
Oh my God. As I was reading stuff, I would like, well, I mean, it would be crazy not to buy a CD player. I don't even own any CDs at all. I don't have a single CD. But it was like, what if I bought a CD player? And then I would read some guy say like, well, you know, if you buy this Japanese cassette deck, it can sometimes sound better than digital. And I was like, oh man, I like cassettes. Maybe I'll buy this Japanese cassette deck. It's like every time I read something, I went and searched for the price and thought about buying it every time. And I didn't do it yet, but I don't think I'm going to get out of this unscathed.
Yeah, don't talk like that, Brian. Brian. Listen, man. You listen to fucking Korn. You don't. You're fine. You're okay.
That's a thing that kind of put me off on becoming an audiophile, was that I like a lot of shitty music too, and like sometimes when you listen to something on audio file equipment, it sounds worse.
Yes,
like you can really hear how
it's not mixed for that. It's not like meant for that at all.
Right, you're supposed to listen to it on shitty like headphones or like, you know, a boombox, and like it sounds grungy and fun. But then when you can hear like the dead bass, you know, and like, you know, the really shrill trebles, it's like, ow, this kind of hurts. I don't want to listen to the Cramps on audiophile equipment.
Well, he's like, I've been surprised by the lack of support for this on this forum and hope I haven't blown all credibility here. The explanation given at the time was the pen minimized the amount of stray light, making it easier for the system to differentiate the pits, making far more accurate reading and less error control. I haven't marked the discs for many years, though, but this is more due to laziness.
Hey, thanks for your honesty. Thank you for your honesty. Pretty easy thing to do as well. Like
it takes
so wild.
Yeah, it's very easy. You're very lazy, I guess.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. But then what happened was somebody shared with me a peripheral for your CD player in the 90s where you could shave your CDs, and that was supposed to make it sound better.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, you
like
could
just
shave
the outside of it, like shave off part of it?
Yes.
Wouldn't you lose some of the data?
You don't lose the data. It makes it sound better. Now,
okay, so so there is a part of the outside that doesn't have anything that's being read. Like I don't understand how a CD works. I guess where is it being read off of actually?
On the flat part. So it's like the laser is like a record.
Yeah, but it is being read on the underside. So you can't shave off too much of it.
If you shaved off too much, you'd lose parts of the first song, I think.
Okay.
Actually, no, it reads from the inside out.
Okay, so you'd lose parts of the end.
Yeah,
and it's only a little bit that you shave off. It's I brought it up on the screen.
Oh my God. It looks like, wow. So it's like an industrial machine that like is in some sort of felt gray box.
Yeah.
What is this?
You're supposed to shave it at a 36-degree level.
Can you imagine
in order for
a CD? I mean, this is absurd. When you find yourself like just doing this, like, and so it sounds slightly better. That's why you're doing this.
Yes, it reduces vibration, improved audio, and even helped DVDs play back better video. So the video looks better on a DVD.
So you're saying you shave a DVD and it looks better?
You can, yeah. That's a $500 little piece of equipment. You can't get it now.
You're saying that it didn't. Oh, that's weird. That's weird that it did. There's not a bunch of different brands of it now.
I couldn't believe this one because
this article is from 2022.
Yes, people are still doing it. I did read the 36-degree bevel to act like a light trap. So, but yeah, that is the CD shaver. I thought was an incredibly interesting.
That is it. That's very interesting, Bryan. You had mentioned so you're talking about CDs, and I think you tweeted this, but I think we should cut. So, audiophiles listen on CD over record,
Most.
or is it both?
Well, okay, we're going to get to some record stuff later, but yes, audiophiles would rather listen to a CD because it is the closest representation to digital is the closest representation you can get.
Yeah, okay. And also, I mean, it take forever to shave one of those big ass records, you know? So much more area to shave. So
Well,
that would be